You're listening to the Sans Pants Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Plumbing the Death Star. I'm Jackson.
I'm Joel.
I'm Adam.
Plumbing the Death Star is a pop culture podcast where we ask the important questions like, how would you get rich in the Flintstones era with Flintstones era technology? The question?
Flintstones.
Yes. Oh my
Yabba-
god! Oh my god!
Yabba dabba doo.
I didn't even. That's pure
No,
coincidence.
that's the periods. I think you'll find.
Excuse me. That's the periods. Yabba dabba don dolman.
It's the periods.
Jackson is wearing a Flintstone style.
Yeah, that was.
jumper.
Yeah, that.
Anyway.
If you weren't watching, hey, that's why you got to watch the YouTube video. Okay,
Damn right.
we can
Damn
watch
right.
this on YouTube right
Yeah.
now. Why aren't you,
Yeah.
scumbags? Anyway, so
Unless
the
you
Flint-
are, then beautiful.
Then thank you, thank God. So the Flintstones, they are a Stone Age modern family.
So I hear.
And all of their technology, why, it is dinosaur or shell and bone related.
yeah.
Okay, and we are asking today, I suppose if we got transported back in time with an infinite budget
Yes. An infinite budget?
and an army of competent engineers.
Okay.
Okay, so we are taking an infinite budget and infinite competent engineers back in time.
Yes. No. What I mean.
You know the expression to put a hat on a hat?
Well, I was
This is,
just thinking.
did you open up a motherfucking hat store?
I
What
was
the hell?
just thinking, if
Yeah.
we were to go back in time,
Yeah.
how are we to make these inventions?
Well, isn't that the question, my king, my brother?
My
Is
good
that
friend.
not the challenge of today's episode?
Maybe one of you needs to go first.
Right. Okay. So I was thinking, as a way, I
Yeah.
was imagining that I was in the Flint. I was born in the Flintstones era, and I
Let's
needed
do
to,
that.
you know,
Let's do
I needed
that.
to
Let's
make,
do that.
I had to make some crust.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Earn those
Oh my
big eggs
God.
that I love to eat. That's
Oh
what I was
boy.
imagining.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was thinking in a similar way of like I want to transport all of us back into a time like say an early 2000s for us.
Okay.
Where the bottled water market just overnight just you felt
my
like anyway
God.
it just started,
Okay.
it just started booming.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, you know what? I do not want Coke. I want a water.
I want a
And
Dishani.
now,
I want a Voss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it
I want a
seems to be-
vitamin water.
I remember so many vitamins.
I remember
sugar.
vitamin water.
Yeah.
And now I guess more about today. It's more about just not so much the bottled water, but the bottle itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Okay.
there's a lot of different money made in just water
You think
and
you could
water
make
accessories.
a plastic bottle?
No. But I think I can make
Yeah.
or have access to in the Flintstone tech is a mammoth.
Right.
How small can mammoth be? Has there ever been a small mammoth?
Yes. So this is one of those little bits of trivia people love to say.
Yeah.
Is that during the period of time in which the ancient Egyptians were building pyramids, there existed on an island
Is that the same time as the Flintstones?
somewhere.
I'm just curious.
Shut up. There existed on an island somewhere a pygmy mammoth.
Fantastic
So
news.
they did get little.
Yes, right. So what I am imagining is in the morning you take your pygmy mammoth to a lovely clean river and then you get its trunk and you snort up that water and you carry it around in your pocket and then when you are quenched or when you have done in your car running around,
right.
you're sweaty, you are thirsty, you can grab your pygmy mammoth and do your mouth.
I'm just imagining a guy sucking the water out of the river with the mammoth's trunk and then drinking it straight away and people being like, why aren't you just drinking it out of the river? And that guy's seething because he knows he's been got. No, it's actually better this way. I don't think it is, dude.
Well, that's what people trick themselves into with
Yeah.
bottled water. I'll
Exactly.
concede that point.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a question, though.
Oh, shoot. I have answers.
So,
Yes.
with the rules with Flintstone tech, I'm genuinely unclear on this.
Yeah.
Do they need to feed the animals?
Well,
The garbage disposal.
Yeah, but
That
the
eats
garbage,
garbage.
its job is to eat. That I don't think counts.
it's a living.
It is a living.
Does that mean they go to work? Like, as in...
They clock on.
Yeah, Like,
Oh, water
Who
bottle
clocked-
that goes home for the night.
yeah, like just the water bottle when you're not using it.
Yeah.
So say at night,
Yes.
where do I?
That would be
I-
so frustrating because you'd either you've not got your water bottle for the night and
Yeah.
there's no bedside water bottle, or you would have to pay penalty rates for a night
Because I'm
bottle.
imagining, because I'm thinking of, say, for example,
Yeah.
the lawn mower that they have, which is usually just a dinosaur strapped to some kind of device.
Yeah.
And sure, it is eating up that grass when it mows. But if you know you're a bit lazy,
Yeah.
you don't mow your grass.
Yeah.
What happens to that tool?
I don't know. That's a
You
good
must-
question.
Is it sort of, start starving in the shed?
We simply must imagine the lawnmower dinosaur happy.
We simply must imagine.
Well, I think-
dinosaur happy.
I think we have to assume that the Flintstones are because these aren't pets.
No, because they do. I'm pretty sure they actually use something like this already. Actually, now that my memory is
They
kicking into
use
place,
something like
they
a woolly
use-
mammoth.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
I think they do. They use some kind of tech like this, which is basically to do the dishes.
Oh, okay, the Flintstones. Yes, they
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got the dirty plate, they dip it in the thing,
And
and
then
then the
they-
dinosaur licks it up or whatever.
And they
yeah.
get the
That's a
woolly
trunk,
mammoth,
it's
the
a trunk,
It's like,
yeah.
and then they clean
That
it,
is
right?
quite funny. Just remembering that now.
Yeah.
Flintstones, pretty funny.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Because
Nice.
the mammoth is outside the house.
Yeah.
I think that's amusing.
So in your mind, because I think the small mammoths were just like yay big.
Yeah.
So I just have that with me all day.
Yeah.
And I.
So it's kind of
The
like
advantage of it is that it's an animal. It can walk and follow you.
Yeah.
You're not
Oh,
carrying
true.
that.
Also, I was going to think like the camel
Camelback, yeah.
Yeah.
water things, right? Because yes, while everyone is making fun of little dick me
Yes.
sitting there by the river,
I wouldn't be
sucking-
calling you a little
sucking
dick,
up
yeah.
the
I'm
river,
like, hey.
squirting it in my mouth, sucking
Hey,
up the river,
Barney.
sucking up the river.
that guy's got a tiny dick. Are you all right, Barney?
Keep
Wait,
laughing.
am I Barney or
constantly.
Fred?
You're Barney.
I thought you said Fred. Okay.
Neither one of them. Wouldn't have made sense for either guy.
I'm sure one of... No, they laugh like that.
Your laugh went on too long. It was scary.
It kept going. It just kept going. The joke was over and he kept
I
laughing. I'm so
guarantee you they
scared.
laugh
That's like
that.
there needed to be a smash cut to you in the back of an ambulance. An ambulance that was on the back of like a brontosaurus. And Wilma was like, I'm scared, Barney.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
But at least
Fred's
give me the
the
noise
brain.
was right.
The noise was
noise.
right.
Thank you. Thank
The
you.
noise
All right.
was right.
All right.
So yes, I'm being making fun of. I'm slurping
Yeah.
down that mammoth trunk. Yes, at that moment in time, sure.
I'm laughing at
Yeah.
you.
But when we're out in the desert or wherever it is, or there maybe we're out in an
You're
area.
taking a woolly mammoth into the desert?
Yeah.
Shaving that mammoth,
Okay.
or I'm at work, right?
You're on the
Yeah,
construction
sure,
site.
sure, sure. Yeah.
Side, where I'm like, you're on your brontosaurus, and you have to get down and have to go get up,
Yeah,
or
God
you
damn
got to
it.
stay in because
Yeah.
you gotta, you can't clock off because the boss is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
only get a certain amount of breaks. However, in my little cabin, I got my little water mammoth,
I
and
think-
I am so hydrated.
Dude.
I think part of the problem is because
Yeah.
people were able to trick themselves because while
Mm-hmm.
we know on an intellectual level, we
Yeah.
know that plastic isn't actually clean and it's not good for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we could, and back in the day we did, and we still do today, people
Yeah.
trick themselves into thinking that it's cleaner.
Right.
You don't get that benefit if you're locking lips with a woolly mammoth
Well, he's not
trunk.
locking lips because it's the nose.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
mean,
a trunk
locking
is.
I'm talking locking
his
his
lips.
lips.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I'm
I
wondering.
don't think you're
But-
getting that.
Hey, if it's good enough to clean my dishes,
Hey,
which I
he's
then
got a
eat
point
off,
there.
and again,
true.
this is Flintstone logic.
That's
This
true.
ain't
That's
real
true.
life logic. I
Yeah.
don't have to boil the
Yeah,
water. Also, my gut, I am a caveman. My gut is probably great for all the parasites
I
I'm
am-
consuming.
It's been because I've been to the zoo recently.
Oh, yeah.
I can't help but
Oh,
imagine.
brag.
And I saw an elephant
Yeah.
drink
Oh,
and then
yeah.
spurt. I'm that's so fresh in my memory. I can't help but think of all the snot.
Oh,
that must be
Well, yeah,
going on.
I'm wondering the flavor profile.
Well,
of,
we're doing
Wow.
Flintstones rules, so there is no. It's
Okay.
clean. It's good for dishes.
It's good for dishes.
I'll
It's good for
concede
my
this.
mouth. But if we are doing flavor, we could raspberry up that mammoth. I don't know.
Oh,
we
that's-
shove a bunch of strawberries up the mammoth's nose.
The
mammoth gets
fruit infused
sick.
mammoth. Fruit infused mammoth.
Yeah.
I
There
think
you go.
your plan will work, but my problem with your plan is that I think you're not the profit margin ain't gonna be great. I think it'll work. I don't think you're gonna make.
'cause
I
again,
think there's a better animal. What about like
Yeah.
a pelican?
A
Smaller
Oh.
pelican, beak can hold more than his belly can.
Yeah, I'm aware of this.
Yeah,
pelican.
yeah,
As the
yeah,
famous
yeah.
rhyme goes. Pelican scoops up water in his beak and he just waddles around you.
Yeah.
I guess to
Then
drink
I
it,
get a ladle.
you drink it out of the pelican's beak. It's smaller, more compact.
Okay, how about this then? We pivot.
Yeah.
How about
We're Jeremy
I'm just-
pivoting.
Yeah.
I am just remembering. I think I just saw, which I'll get to in a second.
Yes.
But how about we instead? Okay, yes, pelican can fit more
in his
than
beak than his
his
belly
belly
can.
can.
Yeah.
Baby buff.
Baby buff pelican.
Baby buff pelican. I need to wash my gross little Bam Bam.
Yeah,
or
Bam
pebbles.
Bam's gotten disgusting.
Oh, they're so gross. But thankfully, I have this beautiful pelican that I can dunk my child in and give it a beautiful bath. Now, I did see the other day something which was basically about, like, you know, when you go to work and you just, like, happen to try to eat your coworker, which was a pelican at one of them kind of like, you can meet the pelican thing. And one of the zookeepers had to fish a duck. And it was
Pelicans
a
love-
big duck out of its
Pelicans
gullet.
love to eat
I-
little
yeah.
It
animals.
wasn't quite its big. It was swallowed.
I remember watching a laborious, like 7-minute video
think I know
of
the
a
one you're gonna
pelican
talk
with
about.
like a seagull in its
Yes!
mouth, and the seagull goes down, then comes back out, and the beak
It's
opens, and the seagull's
awful.
trying to get out. The pelican closes its mouth again.
So
that could happen
awful.
to your baby.
So it could happen to yes.
Well,
yes.
this is presumably an employed pelican.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do a background check on the pelican?
I guess you have to, right?
Yeah,
It's-
the working
it's-
with children check.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically like it's doing a background check on your appliances.
Yeah,
I feel like
But
there's
again, it's
a good.
rules.
I feel like there's good, like market branding there with like the stork bringing the baby,
Oh.
the pelican washing
the stork
baby.
brings it, the pelican washes it.
Yeah.
And you dry it on a horse.
Just wiping your baby on a horse.
Would that work? How absorbent is a horse?
Well, I think even with Flintstones logic, I don't think that one's
What's
working.
the most absorbent animal?
Maybe
Sheep.
a big woolly mammoth.
Is a sheep absorbent? Aren't they greasy?
Well, sheep
know. I
ain't
just
sheep
thinking-
ain't
I think it's the
I
technology.
think they're
though.
greasy. I think they're a greasy beast.
You gotta pick. You gotta pick a old animal. You can't. Pick
I know.
sheep.
I'm just
Yeah.
we see how like what
Yeah,
would
oh,
be
yeah,
a good
yeah.
absorbent animal?
Yeah. But even in today's modern society,
Sharpei.
Sharpei, that's absorbent.
Sharpei. They
You
kind
can
of
wipe-
look
you
like
can-
a towel,
You can wipe your hands on a dog.
and I have.
Yeah. If you've got a dirty hand,
Yeah.
there's no shame
best
in wiping
thing-
it on a dog.
The
It
best
truly
thing for a
isn't, yeah.
wet hand is a clean dog.
Yeah, 'cause
yeah,
the dog
yeah.
don't care.
No, it
and if he
doesn't.
does care, what's he
Dogs-
gonna do
dogs
about
getting
it?
a pat.
Yeah,
Dog's
exactly.
happy.
Sure, he's got a bit of schmutz on him now.
Yeah.
Dog doesn't
He'll
know
be
about
fine.
that.
Bit of water.
Dog, that's a treat for him when he's cleaning himself later. Ooh, flavor. Ooh, it tastes nice.
Yeah.
Dog will like that,
You
I
got a
reckon.
bit of like you've handled a greasy burger.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
You wipe your hand on a dog. That dog is so happy.
That's
Oh, yeah.
what's the opposite of parasitic? Whether you work in harmony.
Symbiotic.
Symbiotic.
That's
Yeah,
a symbiotic relation.
yeah,
that's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's true. What is so? Let me pitch you a scenario.
Okay.
I put
Please.
my baby in the pelican bath.
yes.
This pelican, even though they pass their checks,
Yeah.
dodgy. He starts waddling away with my baby in his
Oh,
mouth.
no.
What's my recourse? Can I shoot that pelican in the head?
Well, initially I'm like, oh, he's like, maybe the pelican is sort of, helping wash the baby by
Yeah.
swirling it around its mouth.
Okay.
That's not what's happening though. His
But then
scenario.
it gets a little
Yeah.
bit further away. I'm like, oh no,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah.
Let's see. I guess what would be in the Flintstone world? What happens when, say, your toaster goes rogue?
I don't know. Who do you go to with that problem?
Who's making these?
It's
Like, if
kind
I-
of
if
a
I'm-
new thing,
yeah.
the concept of an instrument we designed to work for us is going rogue. joke. It's a
Yeah.
very new
Like again, once
concept.
again, I'm mowing my lawn with my
Say you're an
dinosaur.
autonomous driving vehicle. That's
yeah,
our
yeah.
closest equivalent.
Yeah, that's
decides
true.
to kidnap your baby.
I put my baby in my Tesla.
Yeah.
Get clean.
Yeah.
I close the
I
door.
don't know. I'm like, I'm gonna go. Okay. We're gonna go to nursery to
Yeah.
drop off baby. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna put baby in the back seat. I buckle the baby in.
Mm-hmm.
I close the door. I'm about to go into the front of the seat, and then oh no, the Tesla's gone.
What do
Off
I
we
do?
go.
What do I
Shoot
do?
the Tesla.
Shoot the Tesla in the head.
Well, okay. What about
What would they do? What would the cops have to do in that
the-
situation?
arrest the car?
Depends.
How?
Who's at fault?
Wow,
admitting-
that's a...
who's a good? Well, okay.
We're getting
who's
into a
going to-
larger question that is
who's
not on
admitting
purpose, has not yet been answered.
Yeah, who's going to admit fault?
Yeah.
basically?
Well,
And,
what about this? We're in the Flintstones realm,
Yes.
but let's take a little walk to Jetsons Town.
Okay.
Now imagine we've made a robotic bath. Okay. You put your baby in the robotic bath.
Yeah.
Would you trust your baby in a robotic
Of
bath?
course, because I'm living in this world where
living
we've
in the
already,
Jetsons
I'm
time,
already
that's
true.
trusting so much.
They
true.
literally trust Rosie the Riveter or whatever her name is to look
We
after.
can do it.
They
I know.
trusted Rosie to look after their kids.
Yeah, that's true. Their
Yeah.
boy Elroy, he's pretty much raised by Rosie.
Yeah,
That's
like
sad.
you live in that society that you
What
know,
Judy?
Their daughter Judy.
Yeah, that's right.
Here's George Jetson.
Yeah.
His wife, we don't know.
Judy.
will be Judy again. It's hard to say.
Judy and Judy Jr. They
Yeah.
don't do that.
I know.
People should do that.
That's true. That's true. That's
Oh,
true.
I'll give
Yeah.
you a Judy the Third.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. Society's sick, man.
It is. It is horrible. So if I lived in the Flintstones realm,
Yeah.
and yes, surely by this point that yes, there would be animals that we have for our appliances that have gone rogue. But I think that because like in our realm,
Yeah.
how we have domesticated certain animals. I think in Flintstone realm they have domesticated them to another degree
Yeah, that's true.
to make them like again because they can talk a little bit.
Yeah, they're a little bit alive.
It's a little bit alive. Is a living.
Would it be good if your baby was cleaned by a cat's tongue?
Rough.
See, the problem is
Rough.
if we're going by Flintstones technology, you
Yeah.
can't have a house cat. You got to have like a saber-toothed
Oh,
tiger.
that's true.
That will strip the skin from your baby.
I-
Unless you got a Bam Bam who's
Actually-
superhumanly
he'll-
strong.
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I think I could once again pivot.
Okay.
But I can pivot back to the first idea because I
This
think
is
I
so
can get
much.
a twofer.
I'm getting
Okay.
whiplash.
I think because I'm like, sure, I can have a. I mean, you can have
Yeah.
Southern Pelican bath, but I'm honestly a little pygmy mammoth
Yeah.
for both the water bottle as well as a baby shower.
Oh,
Okay.
now that's a good idea.
I can clean your baby, and if you're
You know what I
thirsty-
like? You know what I like the most about this?
Yeah.
It's true capitalism because they have a shower. And what's
Yeah.
the functional difference? But I like it.
It's little.
It's
it's
because you're
little.
tricking someone into buying
Yeah.
something they already have.
It's a pygmy mammoth, right?
Yeah.
And they you know it like kind of like a pygmy
Yeah.
pig, which
Yeah.
doesn't really.
Yeah, it's not real.
exist.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Sure.
But this pygmy mammoth, it grows with your baby.
Whoa! That's good.
You are truly creating upsetting products.
So
It's like the
Yeah.
shower's
Your
part of
little
the
baby.
family.
exactly. Oh, as you're marketing a
Yeah.
shower that's part of the family.
Whoa.
There you have it. You have a little baby, little pygmy mammoth. You're washing
Wash your
that.
baby.
Very
and then
quickly-
you kind of like, as the baby grows, it's now a toddler. Well, I got a pygmy toddler mammoth.
Fingers crossed they grow at the same rate, I suppose.
I mean, there will be probably a point
I have
where
no
the
idea.
mammoth probably gets a bit bigger.
Elephant is not too
They don't
far away.
forget.
A shower that won't forget. That's good.
That remembers the settings.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I guess you
Yeah,
gotta have
yeah.
a hot shower in the Flintstones. I mean, that's not unsurprising, but
Yeah.
You can you just warm up. I mean, what?
hot
I think
coals
it's-
up the
I don't know
mammoth
if it's-
nose.
I don't know if it's coming out of the mammoth cold.
Yeah, the
That's
mammoth
almost-
temp.
I almost wish it would.
The
Yeah.
internal temperature of the mammoth
Yeah.
is the water you're
Yeah,
getting.
yeah, yeah. Which is a problem for drinking, I guess. So yeah.
What if?
Good for
How about
baby.
this?
Yeah.
All right. So, we have a we patent.
Yeah.
The mammoth has a really maybe not a coffee because then your shower is
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
maybe smelling of
No,
coffee. But to
but I
get
like it.
warmth,
Yeah.
to get the trunk warm,
Yeah.
so that the water comes out. warm.
Oh, and then we can like leg warmers, but for a trunk.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe
okay.
the trunk.
Basically a
Maybe
leg
the
warmer.
mammoth is in like a spa outside.
Well, I mean, so the it's only contained within the trunk, right?
Yeah.
So you could, if he collects like water of any temperature, and then keeps his dunks
Yeah.
in like hot mud or something. Then when you're ready for a shower,
Hot mud is great. Tar?
get the mammoth in the
Flintstone
tar.
technology.
Yeah, baby.
Now,
That's
how
Flint tech.
nutritious?
Flint tech.
How nutritious is tar?
No. How nutritious
Got all the vitamin T you need.
is mammoth milk?
Elephant milk.
I guess that's the closest. I'm gonna Google, can a human drink
Because I
elephant
know, I
milk?
Yeah.
think it's like if you drink hippopotamus milk, that's real bad because it's so dense in calories.
I have to assume elephant milk would be very similar, right?
right.
'Cause it's a-
But for a growing.
Well, yeah, it only needs one dose
Elephants
of milk.
do not produce milk that is suitable for human consumption. Drinking elephant milk can be dangerous and is not recommended. Additionally,
Says who?
So big dairy.
Additionally, obtaining elephant milk in a safe and ethical manner is virtually impossible, as it would require milking elephants, which is not a humane practice.
That's so funny. That's awesome.
But this elephant's part of the family.
That last part doesn't count. Well, not because it's part of the family,
Yeah.
but because it's employed. The elephant
yeah,
knows that it's doing a job.
But
Well,
but
and-
does it say what happened? Like, why is it dangerous?
I'll
apart
quickly
from
check.
the, I guess,
Apart from the obvious
You might
collecting.
get stamped. Yeah, like
Apart
what?
from the collecting,
What about it?
Yeah.
Is the milk itself harmful?
is it? Yeah,
That's
is,
what
is
we
the
want to
milk,
know.
like a sip of this is like, oh, it's got a that's your
It's gonna
daily
make you sick.
intake, like that's
Yeah.
your weekly intake.
Yeah.
'Cause I get it. That mammoth milk or elephant milk,
Yeah.
that is there to design to get a baby mammoth to be a fully grown mammoth.
Yeah, might
but
have-
like a cow. That milk is there to look after, the size of a cow.
Yeah. Is
We
it the
still
kind of
drink
you
milk,
drink the
so-
mammoth milk? It's got so much calcium your bones fuse.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say specifically why we
think
can't
it's
drink
fine.
I think it's
elephant milk,
fine and
but
delicious.
apparently,
Yes.
I mean, maybe this could once again be fixed by it's an employed elephant.
Yes.
But elephant milk apparently contains a little bit of alcohol.
what?
Drunk baby.
Why do they get boozy milk?
I don't know. Well, elephants do booze up.
Oh, okay.
is that
Yeah.
Amarula
Elephant
or
juice.
whatever.
Yeah.
Elephant juice. A delicious,
That's a
delicious
great-
liqueur or drink.
It is
that only
apparently
elephants
slightly alcoholic.
Okay.
They don't say how much though.
Bro, that's awesome.
What I'm hearing is that we are underfunded in elephant milk studies.
I think maybe instead of making elephant milk for kids, we're making fun juice for adults. If you
Oh.
know what I mean.
Bro,
Prehistoric
imagine
Baileys.
you're in the
Yeah.
shower. You're having a great time. You milk the elephant. You know?
Yeah.
Or
I'm having
do
a
I have to
shower.
be here for this?
I'm milking the elephant.
milk the
I'm
elephant?
having a shower.
You're sucking it down.
Yeah.
Why
I'm doing-
does this have to be at the same time?
Because
You,
I mean,
you get in the shower and you're sucking down
Why can't
like
we just
the
bottle
elephant.
that?
that's what the elephant is. Bro, imagine you've got
Ethical. Bruh.
You've got a shower. You're in the shower.
Uh-huh.
Imagine
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah.
And there's a little device.
You've already done this. You're doing it again.
And you pull the
you're doing it
device.
again.
towards you.
And a
You're
beer
pulling it
pops out.
towards you.
Can I ask, where do you think the elephant? What are you milking here? Can I ask?
I'm imagining the elephant is on its little,
Yeah,
it's on
like
its hind
this.
legs like this, and so it's titty.
Flat feet against the wall of
Yeah,
my
yeah.
house, trunk through,
Through.
two beautiful holes where the elephant titties come through.
Exactly. So one here, one
Two
here.
beautiful
And you're milking the elephant.
Well, this isn't what you were doing.
Yeah.
Well,
As bad as this is kind of
I
worse.
just had to think about where the elephant's
Yeah, you have
teats
to
were.
figure it out.
Yeah, and then I just
So
drink
you
the
get
elephant
that
milk.
getting showered on.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
awesome to be drunk in the shower and to be drunk off delicious elephant milk. I don't see the problem.
Exactly. So,
What?
so this is it's a little pygmy
Yeah.
mammoth that it's there from basically birth to death.
Yep.
It's there to kind of make sure that your child is clean,
Mm-hmm.
and then when they turn 18 in Australia or 21 in America, well,
Yeah.
now you can enjoy delicious
Beautiful.
elephant treats.
Drink your best friend.
Elephant lifespan.
Live with the mammoth, die with the mammoth.
Elephant lifespan is for African bush elephants 60 to 70 years.
That's
So
good. That's
I think,
perfect.
I think you're in.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Okay,
think you're
that's
good.
a good choice.
Shower, that's your best friend.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
I'm buying one.
That
Oh,
was like 3-4 pictures, maybe.
problem here though is there's no resale thing. Like as in you buy one.
Yeah.
It doesn't break down.
Well, you just do that. What do they call it? Where you put in design flaws. Yeah.
Okay. Poachers.
yeah. Somebody kills the mammoth for its ivory. You say, sorry, that's not covered by our insurance. You gotta buy another one.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's ways around it. Well, what are you making, Adam?
Well,
How
on
are you
the-
making it rich?
On the topic of Zamet's capitalist nightmare escape, I was thinking, you know what? The World of the Flintstones, they have equivalents for cars, they have equivalents for, as we've discussed, home appliances, they have equivalents for all sorts of things. But you know what we don't see, but that is a huge money-making investment
What's that?
opportunity? The military-industrial complex.
You're right. We have to protect from the
Okay.
others.
Fair
Now,
enough.
I feel like
Yeah.
now, we do see, I don't know what we're considering canon and not canon.
Sure.
We do see the lovely Kyle MacLachlan in the Flintstones movie.
Of course.
Wielding a gun. Equivalent.
What's the gun made of?
It's made out of stone.
Right.
It's a slingshot, basically, and it has, I believe from memory, it has 4 shots in it, which are little pebbles that
Okay.
it fires.
Okay.
I think we can improve on
I
this.
think so. We
Now,
can.
we have small arms, little pistols, I assume
Yeah.
maybe rifles and stuff like that, though we never, as far as I'm aware, we never see in any of the depictions them have a rifle, but I think that's a safe assumption. But
Yeah.
what we definitely don't see, and what I think we could do, is we could start arming the elephants. We could have mechanized, motorized,
Okay.
armored elephants.
Interesting.
We could have, what's the long neck guy? Diplodocons, Diplomacuses, whatever.
Yeah, Brontosaurus,
Brontosaurus.
or Diplodocus, I
Yeah.
think. One of them was not true.
Yes.
The gentle giant to defend your home.
Nice.
Can you describe one
Put
being...
a couple cannons either side of that guy.
Okay. See, I was imagining you get a little pistol, right?
Yeah.
And then we get like a woodpecker.
Oh!
The hammer there to kind of like fire the barrel, but that's like good for that's like a Derringer. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
for home defense.
I am
That's a home
assuming-
defense. One
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
shot.
I'm currently, what I am imagining, I'm going bigger than home defense.
Okay.
I am going, we are conquering another nation. That's where the big bucks are.
That's
then we
true.
can make civilian versions
You're
of
dealing
what we're-
arms. You're going full arms
I
deal.
love
Make the
this, I love
military
this.
version, then we make the civilian
yeah,
version.
Okay.
You are speaking to my childhood. We are making Dino Riders.
Oh,
Yeah,
for the
baby.
You best
Flintstones,
believe we're making
Okay,
Dino
so
Riders.
can you describe to me, I've got my Brontosaurus.
Yep.
Right.
But I want, hey, I have a Brontosaurus, but he has no weapons on him. What am I to do?
First things first, we gotta. So I'm considering the Brontosaurus to be the chassis that we shall
Okay.
build. This is my rock that I will
On
build.
this
upon.
Diplodocus, we will build this war.
First thing we gotta do, we gotta put like a horse-like saddle on
Okay.
it.
Done.
So we've got saddlebags. That's where your ammunition and whatnot's going. Give him a little helmet because that's good, and also it's
That's
kind of
cute.
cute.
That's
Yeah.
cute
Yeah, yeah,
stuff.
And
Yeah.
that already exists in the
Yeah.
working environment.
that's
It's
exactly.
they've got the little little thing where the cabin where you are. I think they might have hard hats, and the saddle's easy done.
Easy
All
done.
All right.
We're putting the Diplodocus.
Yeah.
Put 2 cannons on either side of that guy.
Okay.
Then we can have a little mounted platform on the top where guys can shoot from the top.
Okay.
That's your heavy fighting vehicle. That's almost your artillery piece.
Okay, fantastic.
So what are the cannons made
Yeah.
out of?
You can make
How are we making
You-
these cannons?
Yeah.
you can make ideally, I think I'd want to go wood.
Okay.
You can make cannons out of wood. They're not particularly sturdy, but it has been done.
And we
Okay.
must remember that our enemies will have nothing.
Yes. We will be launching artillery at them. They
Yeah.
will be dying.
Yeah.
Okay,
It will
okay,
be a
okay.
Neanderthal holding
Yeah.
a spear being like, oh my God.
Okay. So how is this using Flintstone design?
Yeah.
Technology. Like, is it firing those spears?
Well, I'm imagining all we need is a little bit of gunpowder, a big rock.
Okay.
We're mixing sulfur. We're mixing magnesium.
I like that theoretically you could just make like a regular cannon.
Well, how am I moving it?
Well, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. That's true.
The huge bonus we have is that we can build big
Yeah.
because it's not a guy carrying it, it's a goddamn dinosaur.
One problem with the dinosaur situation
Yeah.
is say our enemies gain access to the same technology. Now, if you shoot a dinosaur in the head, you shoot a tank in the barrel,
Yeah, yeah.
it's probably going to be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
You shoot a dinosaur in the eye, that whole dino tank is collapsed.
Sure,
Another
yeah.
question I also have with the barrels of the
Yeah.
cannons. recoil.
Yeah.
Break the dinosaur's legs.
It seems a lot.
yeah.
We just don't need to build it that big.
Okay,
I
okay,
guess.
Okay.
The trick is here's the trick. All right, so you're imagining I'm making the biggest thing possible,
Yeah.
and you're imagining like the worst case scenario, getting shot in the head or
Yeah.
whatever. I don't need to make the super weapon.
Yeah.
I just need to make the best weapon.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Yeah. I'm
It
with
doesn't
it. I'm
need to
across
be-
it.
I'm
Yeah.
just- okay.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like
We've
in
got
case
lighter
yeah.
dinosaurs. We can do just the pterodactyls don't even need to be heavily armed. We just need to drop crap on our enemy. It doesn't even have to be explosive. It just has to be a rock.
A pterodactyl with a rock is the end of
Yeah.
a lot of lives. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
the
much.
pterodactyl with a rock is basically like that's superior air force.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the technology you're inventing, I guess, is
Yeah.
just military tech.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like or
Well, I'm
military
playing to my
strength.
strength.
It's less about like the actual technology in terms of a device, just more about knowledge.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I wonder. Hey, you know what? This rock, when it falls
Yeah.
on you from, like, say, a
height.
height,
Yeah.
it hurts.
Oh, it hurts.
Hmm.
Now, let me know about pterodactyls. If they fly real high,
He truly is a Paleolithic Sun Tzu.
It's a kinetic delivery device. That's what I'm gonna call it. A KDD.
I really like as well because also you could just be like pterodactyls, kill this man.
They gotta get close. That's when the spears could
Oh,
hurt them.
that's true. That's true.
We're
They
building-
could be stomping, boys.
Yeah.
But I guess
We're
you're
just
right.
building a bit better. That's all we need to do. A bit better than our
yeah.
enemy.
Could this simply just be then to really like pare it back? Is like they have spears,
Yeah.
and sticks with a bit of sharp bit of flint.
Sure.
If we're on the back of say a brontosaurus,
Yeah.
on a platform, and we just have those same things, and we just threw them.
Yeah.
We threw what? Sorry.
Okay, our spears.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
but
yeah,
from
that's-
high up.
Yeah.
The big
yeah.
cannons, I'm imagining, is like a ranged thing, and then when we get closer, we've got the advantage.
Okay.
But the Brontosaurus is up the back because it's
Yeah.
got of the cannons, it'll probably have the biggest because
Yeah.
it can handle the most. But then you could have like a Triceratops with something a little bit lighter because they're a bit zippier.
Yeah.
Like, could you just with like say something as simple as like the pincer movement?
Yeah.
Could you just reign supreme?
Absolutely. You could revolutionize
Oh.
military warfare.
Well, yeah, obviously I'd
caveman
have the
times.
advantage of
How much of the-
decades of military talent that
How much-
I have been able to benefit
How much
from.
of the Flintstones do murders happen?
Well, they will now.
Well, yeah.
Well, they
that's-
will now, but prior to that, is this a Cain and Abel situation? Is this like going back and being like, hey, this is really sick thing you can do called taking the life of another human being?
I think the
Like
great-
watching Cain and Abel have the whole Cain and Abel situation, and I'm going up to Cain and I'm like, bro, I'd be pissed off if he
well,
did that.
once again, don't know what doesn't count as canon.
Yeah.
But when what's his name? The Cyclops from
John Goodman.
John Goodman?
John Goodman, thank you. When John
Fred
Goodman
Flintstone.
and Kyle MacLachlan when John Goodman is to be shot by Kyle MacLachlan at the climax of that movie,
Yeah.
John Goodman's not like, but what are you going to do?
Where will I go?
what is this?
How would you explain to Cain?
Yeah.
Okay, it's obviously
Okay.
Adam and Eve have left the Garden of Eden,
Yeah.
and you were there too.
I'm here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and they've had two kids, Cain and Abel.
Hi, I'm also Adam. Different from the other guy.
God named two people
Hey,
Adam.
nice to meet you.
Hey, I'm
Kate.
Adam. Yeah, I'm Cain.
You're like, what? You're Adam's kid?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Who are
That's
you?
crazy. Wow. You're not gonna believe it. I am Adam, but not
No.
you're- just the
A
same
person
name.
there can't be two people with the same name. That's
that-
literally never happened before.
At that point, you'd be like, "You're the odd one out because we're all called Adams."
Should
right?
I be
Yeah.
Adam?
You could be if you wanted to.
But you've watched Cain
Adam
and
and
Abel.
Abel.
You've watched the Cain and Abel situation.
Yeah.
Where God has said to Cain and Abel,
Yeah.
bring me gifts. Don't bring me meat. And then Abel has brought him meat.
Yeah.
And Cain's brought him veggies. And God's like, I like the
Isn't
meat.
it the other way around?
No, because then Cain does the first murder.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, because he's pissed off because God said he didn't want
But then
meat,
didn't-
but then he got meat from Abel,
okay,
and
I
then
got it,
Cain
okay.
kills. But Cain's thinking about like, what the fuck do I do now?
What do you mean?
How are you going up to Cain and being like, how are you explaining murder?
Well, you know how your brother,
Yeah.
you know how he got meat.
Fuck that guy, dude.
Yeah, I know, but you know how he got meat and God loved that.
I'm so pissed about that because God
know,
said I don't want meat.
I know, but he clearly wants meat. So you know
Yeah, I
what?
guess.
You know what your brother and you know what he's made of?
What's that?
Meat.
What?
No.
Yeah,
Are you encouraging cannibalism?
dude.
We can eat people?
Yeah, man. What do you want to do? You want to know? Well, it's at the moment you can get a rock.
This is not the assigned task.
You can get a rock,
Uh-huh.
and you can just like, because you know how he got that meat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hit like an antelope or
Other-
whatever. Yeah.
Really quickly, other Adam.
Yeah.
You know, there's like not a lot
Wait,
of
is
other.
Salmon Adam too?
Oh, I thought we were all Adam.
No,
I
you
figured I was-
also Adam because
All
your
right, never
name is
mind.
Adam.
Never mind
I
that.
figured I was a snake.
Oh, you're Satan in this
Yeah,
scenario.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Never mind. That nixes. I was going to be like, hey, you know, you could be between us. It's 50-50 chance he's going after you next if you encourage this.
So God,
Yeah.
he wanted. You know, he said he didn't want meat, but he clearly
He
wanted
clearly
meat.
did.
And you know, well, he loved meat from say like whatever an antelope or whatever. How much would he
Yeah,
love
he'd
the
love.
meat?
Yeah.
Of your
But I'm
brother?
sort of pissed at God, but I might kill and eat my brother.
So yeah, right.
Well, that's changed things somewhat. I don't think anybody's expecting cannibalism that early.
Yeah, I guess if you could. Yeah, I was trying to get into brain him and give him to God.
Yeah.
as meat, but
But also, you're right. They do know about death because they
Yeah.
can slaughter an animal.
Yeah.
It's just a person can die too. I
you
guess it's
know-
murder though.
Yeah.
That's not what
Yeah,
they've
'cause
conceived of.
animals were made.
Yeah.
God's like, hey, I made animals. They're for you, humanity. But he doesn't. He's
yeah,
like,
you look
I
after
made.
him. And kill
I
him.
made the two of you for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not really the same
So
thing.
you're kind of going up to him and being like, you know, like you kill animals. You can kill your brother. Like you
and
kill
it'd
an
be
animal.
like one animal killing another animal for a human.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
really.
yeah.
It's not really like that's no rule has said that you should be doing this.
So
Yeah.
like what you're doing with dinosaurs, getting a dinosaur to kill another dinosaur.
Well, I don't believe
for
in
you.
God, so I don't give a crap. Whatever. Dinosaurs can kill dinosaurs as far as I'm concerned, as long as I get that oil.
Yeah.
That's what you're in it for? Yeah, fair enough.
yeah.
All right, what else? Are
You need that, Pangea oil. dude.
Oil's expensive, buddy.
Yeah, fair enough. That's
so
so
the
funny.
money in that.
What are you doing with it?
Dinosaur to get the straw.
It's also funny because oil, partially, is from the dinosaurs.
Do they use? I feel like I've seen them use. I mean, honestly, I'll take any resource that's valuable. But do they use oil in thing? I can't remember, but I feel like
What
I have seen
for?
that.
What would they use it for?
I feel like
their
that's a
cars are
movie-
powered by feet.
I feel like that's a
They don't
movie
really
thing
have
again.
it. Or maybe it might be a movie
Wait,
thing.
holy crap. Maybe that is a movie thing, and they're in the movie, they're like, hey, Kyle MacLachlan's like, I've made the car, basically.
What?
I feel
They
like.
invent the car in the Flintstones.
But like the car, not the foot car.
not the foot
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
They're like,
Hang
you
on,
know,
I'm
we
gonna
use our
quickly
feet to
Google
get
this.
everywhere and it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I figured it out. How do they turn?
Forgot
Can they
that
turn?
movie had a sequel.
I mean, it's all about wheels, right? I mean, I want one big wheel in the back, and then
And they have a big wheel in the front too.
Yeah, I guess it's if there is. Yeah, I guess there is a.
Well, maybe if the front one's on a,
Yeah,
it's kind of like a
an axle.
gradual.
Big turning circle, right?
Yeah,
Big.
yeah, yeah.
There's a steering wheel.
Yeah, yeah. Why don't they just ride dinosaurs? I guess the car's
They
cooler. Ah,
Yeah, because like his
his
at work, his
yeah,
little
that is a big
dicky
Diplodocus
boy.
or whatever. Do they invent the
no,
car?
I just saw he invents concrete.
Oh, that's far less fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess yes, you could bring
I could
the
invent oil.
the
You could, but is there oil?
military.
There's got to be oil.
No, but doesn't oil come from the decomposed remains
Yeah.
of all these animals?
But isn't tar also like an oil?
I don't know what tar is, dude.
What is tar?
What is tar?
Don't you
The
like?
dinosaurs-
Also, again, it's Flintstone logic, and so again, we will.
I wish I had
dinosaurs
those
and humans
infinite
are-
engineers somewhere.
I know. If only
They
we-
know
You
what
made
to
fun
do.
of me, but wouldn't they be useful right now? To have infinite engineers and
infinite
confident money or
Oh,
whatever.
God.
Yeah.
I arrive in the past with infinite money. Now, how am I going to make money?
I stop and I count my
Is it
blessings.
clams? Do they use clams as money?
I think
'Cause that's-
so.
Yeah, that
I
makes
think so.
sense. Yeah.
Here's what I was thinking I could invent.
Deep sea. I could just hop. Anyway, go on.
No, what were you gonna say?
What? I know where clams
You
come
pivoting,
from.
dude?
I just get clams. I just make a boat or whatever. Who knows? Whatever.
I think they also know where clams are.
How else are they getting
Then
clams?
why is it money?
Because
There's
I
a
guess,
finite amount of clams.
Guess.
I guess you could. Can you breed clams?
Surely.
They're on the clam standard, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
God.
if you could, I don't know. Okay, yes. If we
What if
get,
I
we
could
get.
switch them over to some other standard?
Like what?
Gold.
When you say that, you said it with the voice of
like
an
a
1800s prospector.
Gold!
Go! Who possessed you?
Yeah,
Old man
good.
McGillicuddy came out of the
Yeah,
mine,
yeah.
possessed your body just then. Fucking
Well, instead
hell.
of going for the gold standard,
Yeah.
what you could do is what you can do is be like, right, I'm going to invent basically passive income,
Okay.
Oh,
which is
no Flintstones tech whatsoever. I love it.
using otters.
Oh yeah, true.
They
You
get
set
clams.
you set the otters up. The otters only want the clams to eat what's inside.
which is clam meat.
That's of no value to
Oh,
you.
I see what you're
They
doing.
pile up the clam shells, which you take
Why are they working for you?
because they want the delicious clam
Why?
meat.
Well, no one else has figured it out.
That's a bit of a circle there, I think. What? So you've got the clams,
Yeah.
and then the otters eat the clam meat so that you
Have the clams.
you have the clam.
No, shut up! Shut up! Shut up, Adam! You find a river abundant in clams, but you do not know how to get all these clams.
How the hell do I get that?
Do you know if I was like,
But why are the otters giving
because
you
otters get clams anyway.
Otters eat clams, and then they go, what do they do with the shells? Grooming themselves? No, I'm going to be like, here's a pebble, give me that goddamn shell.
Yeah, they give you
my
a
head
shell,
And they
hurts.
love that little rock, they put it in their pocket, and I'm like, yay, I
I
got
don't
shell.
know why they're
clams.
doing this.
Because otters get. You're
Otters
killing
love
me. bro.
clams. What do you mean?
Otters are in the sea.
Okay,
The sea otters.
I'm dizzy.
All rivers.
I am so
All
dizzy.
rivers. You
Yeah.
look out at a river.
All right. So the otter
Forget
goes.
the otter at first.
Okay,
You're looking at a river.
right.
You don't know where the clams are
Oh, is
because
it
they're
normal?
underwater or they're in the holes.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know how I'm going to get these clams because
Yeah.
they're here.
Yeah.
But how am I to find them?
Yeah.
You go get a bunch of otters. You let the otters loose into the river.
The otters do all the work.
Yes.
Yes,
They
passive income.
PASSIVE, brother. And then the otters bring you the clams because you're
Yeah.
not getting them.
This idiot is there working 8 hours a week.
I'm
Yeah,
just becoming a landlord. That's what I'm doing.
We got that 4-hour work
The real
week.
estate market's great.
Everyone's living in rocks.
I can just hollow out a rock. Is that a house?
And also, if anybody needs a repair on their elephant, you're like, that's nothing I can do. Your elephant's sick.
I got stabbing pain here.
That's the plumbing to death stuff. That's what it feels like.
If
We've
you
grown
don't-
up to it over the years.
If you don't leave this episode with stabbing pain in the base of your neck, then really have you
Oh
listen.
boy.
Oh,
Have
here's
you
what I
paid
was
attention?
thinking of doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what's one thing they don't have? Because they've got guns.
Yeah.
And they have a shower, but they
Yes.
don't have the internet. And then I was like, how am I going to get the internet? And then I was thinking, ants. So they have a flat rock, okay?
Okay, you have a flat rock.
You also have ants. Ant colonies can spread for miles, and they're all kind of connected.
They are kind of
I
connected.
want to be on your side so bad.
Yeah.
The ants form
Yes.
the picture on the
Right.
screen, okay? And they're sending through chemicals and scents. They're sending it through the colony from Barney's house. The ants are saying, "Hey, Barney's saying hello. Hey, Barney's saying hello." Goes all the way to Fred's house.
It's really it's spreading at the speed of ant, right?
yeah.
It's not going to be great, dude.
But the first dial-up was not great, Adam.
Yeah, but dial-up was faster than me going over to your house and being like, "Hey, imagine
Yeah.
a naked lady.
Yeah. But imagine.
Let me draw a naked
Yeah.
lady for you."
But imagine I live in times where it's Flintstone times.
Yeah.
I don't own a car. It's so far to travel.
Exactly.
Okay.
Look, but the ant colonies, they spread for miles.
I
and
have
miles.
the ants are on the screen.
I
They're
need
making
to
a
be
square.
like Barney. I can't think of a naked lady.
My
Can you
problem is,
make me think of a naked lady?
My problem is
Okie
I
dokie,
just-
Fred.
I wait a bit. I wait
Yeah.
a bit. I
I
wait
just
a bit.
don't think the ants are
come
moving
back.
faster than a guy is.
No, but okay, sure, maybe but you got your ants.
Right.
You're like, well, Mom, I'm gonna go on the ants.
Yeah.
You look at your tab of ants.
Yeah.
You say, make me a naked woman, ants.
Yeah.
And then you go to work, you come back, you go on
Okay.
holiday, and eventually you come and look at your
Okay.
screen and the ants have formed a beautiful,
All right.
voluptuous,
Okay,
sexy
all right.
lady.
No, all right. You're selling me on it. You're selling me
Yeah.
on it. You're selling me on
As
it.
again, there are certain parts in the world we currently live
Yeah.
in that, like, yes, a carrier pigeon
Yeah.
is actually faster than the internet.
Sure.
And then you have
Exactly.
a question. You
I do
raise
have a
your
question.
hand like a little
I'm
boy.
sorry. You're selling me on it. I do still have a
Yes.
question.
Uh-huh.
It's a nagging one. If it's Flintstones like tech and
Yes.
you're using ants like they might use a mammoth to
Yes.
have a shower,
Sure.
are you paying the ants?
in crumbs.
Also, it's less about like because again, show me a naked lady ants. That's the ants doing it, and I guess they're getting it from somewhere. But ants aren't the best at mimicking.
Well, no, I'll tell you what would happen. So in pornography.
Flintstones technology, I'm actually fine with the ants being
But
like,
even if-
here's an ant naked woman. I'm
okay.
actually
Oh, is
fine
it a
with that.
naked ant woman?
Well, we're just this.
It just looks like an ant.
I'm
I
assuming
hate
they're
this
doing.
internet.
I'm
All
assuming
I'm getting
you.
is ant porn.
I'm assuming you
God
got
damn it.
you got Barney Rubble in his house or whatever,
Yeah.
and he's arranging the ants to make it look like
Why
a
is
naked.
Barney making porn for Fred?
Because
Well,
I
it
asked
doesn't matter,
Barney to
'cause
be
I don't
like,
know
I
any
need-
other fucking names.
I have to imagine somewhere there exists a Paleolithic pornography studio.
Yes.
Where somebody has a model made out of stone of a beautiful naked woman being
Right.
penetrated by a beautiful naked man. They put that down. The ants make an outline.
Okay.
Then the ants, they've got the chemical outline of that
Right, right,
shape.
sure.
Oh.
So they send it to
Oh.
the ants. The ants send it through the colony, which can span kilometers.
Sure, yes.
It spans the entire
So-
city of Bedrock.
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
ant, by ant, it is going at the speed of ant, but it arrives on Fred's screen.
Well, I guess yes, because you can get that. Like, is it the whatever the scent of an ant is?
Yes.
You know
Yeah.
the smell.
I know that smell. I know it well.
Because there's people that were like, oh, they all had. Yeah, we found out they communicate. Someone was like, I'm going to get that like chemical. I'm going to write my name, and the ants trace
Exactly.
it. Right?
Right.
So I guess what you're doing is, it's less about the yes, it's using speed of ant and somehow getting that chemical to then like replicate another place where you've used that chemical to design the beautiful naked lady getting
Yeah.
penetrated by the beautiful naked man.
I don't know if you need the chemical even, because if we're assuming
ant.
Flintstones tech,
Yeah.
I think the ants are it's a living all
the ants
together.
are
You
clever
can
enough. Yeah,
Fred
fair enough,
or
fair
whoever is just like even just placing the ants to make furry porn or whatever, and then we are just assuming porn. We're always anyway, and then the ants. You know what? I'm more and more being sold on this. And then what I'm thinking is because. So what you're doing is you're making an online porn studio or whatever you want to make, presumably porn, and you're getting the ants. People can pay you,
Yes.
however, and then how you pay the ants, I reckon, is like how I would separately pay for a Netflix subscription, and I would also pay for my internet bill.
Yeah.
Each individual, it is on the individual household if they want the Antonet
Yeah.
to sprinkle some crumbs
Exactly.
to get the ants.
Exactly. Or ants typically will have some kind of like ant hoard
Yeah.
where they've taken all the seeds and crumbs and placed it, in a place.
Yeah.
And if I'm there with the queen ant in the hub of this
Yeah,
internet,
yeah.
and I have that, we just fill that hoard up. And I'm like, hey, we're going to take ants. We're going to take care of the grain and the crumbs. You just do this for us. And then people can send us crumbs and stuff from their house.
Send us
I
loaves
think
of bread.
I don't like the mixing. I think either control the Antonet
Yeah.
or pick the decentralized Antonet. Pick one or the
Well,
other.
that
don't
would be
do a
the
mix.
debate of the day.
Well, yeah.
Obviously.
yeah,
But I think you can communicate too if you get the ants to form a word on your screen.
Yeah.
Maybe you've got a stylus full of ant poison. Not ant poison.
Once again, you're overcomplicating it. The ants are willing participants.
The
in
ants,
this.
Yeah.
the ants can
So you
communicate.
say, hey, ants, can you tell Fred I'm impressed by his furry porn? And then the ants,
Why is it Bonnie? Why is
You
it
made
Bonnie?
it, Fred. You made it, Fred. Of course, Barney, as a compassionate friend, would compliment him on his furry
I
pornography.
don't actually
Okay.
care. I was just having a go at you because you had a go at me.
I'm from the old guard. I'm an
Okay.
old business.
Yeah.
I
You refused to get on the Antonet.
No,
Yeah.
not just
Oh,
that.
okay.
I'm like an old, say, telecommunication company where
Sure.
I have, carrier pigeons.
Yeah.
And that's how we deliver our pornography.
Right.
Is that
Right.
we have a beautiful, we have a beautiful person there with a lovely tablet. They chisel it out, and we give it to the
I'm
pigeon.
so glad you're picking, carrier pigeons and chisel the stone.
Yeah.
There's a-
I'm
so
assuming
we have
it'd
a
be some-
big. It's like prehistoric kind of stuff. So it's like a bee, like it's a
Yeah.
proto pigeon.
Yeah, it'd be a big bird, and I'm assuming you would.
probably a pterodactyl, to be honest.
Maybe a pterodactyl with a little cap.
Yeah,
cap in the,
and
like,
you would
little
show the
wheel bag, yeah.
pterodactyl to people engaged in sexual congress.
Yes.
The pterodactyl would then etch out a picture
Yep.
of it,
Yep.
deliver it to Fred Flintstone.
Exactly.
Sure.
And Fred Flintstone is like, yep, great, I love this.
Yeah.
Now the Antonet comes on, and I'm like, sure, you can get some interesting things, but the problem here is they're all going to be made out of ant. So the visualization is just like basically almost like a dot matrix as it was, like a little pixelated little dots there by ant. I just think you're gonna people aren't gonna. It's all gonna be not as clear, not as crystal clear. Not as tablet clear.
Yes, Adam.
I'm enjoying putting my hand on.
Me
this
too.
one.
Nice.
So can I say,
Yeah.
you looking at the internet and thinking this will never take off
It'll never take off.
has not gone historically well for people in your position.
And this is what I'm thinking of as well. I'm thinking, sure, with bird, you could send away or tell your bird, hey, bird.
by giant prehistoric snail mail.
Yeah, exactly. You could send away for a specific image. But with the internet, get this. Obviously, it would be great. The ants can replicate a real picture, but the ants can show anything.
Yeah.
The ants can show anything your mind can imagine.
So can my pterodactyl who's chiseling it out. I can be like, hey.
But I can't order weed through pterodactyl.
Yeah, exactly. There's no silk. Well,
I guess you can though. Order weed. I mean, you just have to know a guy.
Yeah, but with the internet, I can go on a ant forum.
I don't know, but with the internet, don't you know there's someone there that says it's like someone is overseeing the central. Like they
Well,
could be
that's the
looking.
beauty of the
They could
decentralized.
be looking at it all. I don't know.
but yeah,
That's why I like decentralized ants.
the internet HQ. We've
Yeah.
got everybody's. Yeah, we're monitoring everybody's usage
Well,
of the internet.
That's clearly not what I wanted. That's not the big. I'm for military-industrial complex, big government, but I am anti-monitoring what I'm doing online.
Decentralize the internet.
Big government. I'm gonna make the dark web.
What is it? Spiders.
Actually, spiders would have been.
Spiders not bad.
Spiders not bad. I'm
I think
wondering.
you have a combination.
Yeah.
Spiders and silkworms.
Oh.
yeah.
I think if you could like
could order pants.
Yeah, then you would have invented Amazon.
Yeah.
Silkworms I'm seeing is kind of like a VR type thing.
Elaborate.
Well, the silkworm or the spider, actually no,
Yeah.
spider could also work, but I'm imagining the silkworm like how you put on the VR goggles and you're like, whoa, I'm on a balance beam.
Yeah.
Oh no.
yeah,
But the silkworms are making it
with
for me.
perspective
Yeah.
they're creating. Another thing is you could probably play extremely rudimentary and slow video games
Sure.
on ant,
True.
which you
Yeah.
can't do on bird.
Can't do on bird.
You
can't,
could- you
can
could
do
imagine-
with web and silkworm.
But you can imagine the web platform,
Yeah.
little ant Mario.
Yeah.
You have other ants, and you're like, that's a bird you're holding. it's plugged on top of your
It's
computer.
11.
And you say to the ants,
record player.
hey, make Mario go left. And then extremely slowly you watch that chemical signal get sent up through into the Mario and he goes left one space.
So are you-
That would be
You're
revolutionary.
telling it
Absolutely.
but then you could get like a little controller.
Well,
where
absolutely.
You're pressing the arrow, it goes left.
Yeah.
And you go at the speed of ant, sure. It's a bit of a lag.
Of course, there's a bit of lag because ants are slow.
Sure.
And the further away someone is,
Yes.
the slower the message will take to get to them.
Yeah.
Proximity.
That is
will-
kind of the internet. Our internet does work a little bit like
that's,
that.
Yeah,
though.
that's true.
Yeah.
How slow is the slowest internet?
How fast?
What are you gonna Google?
How fast do ants move?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it does it.
But it's not ants
doesn't
moving.
Ant moving. It's ant passing a chemical down through the line.
Yeah.
Well,
so
the
that could
ant's
be
gotta-
pretty quick.
Yeah, it's got to
mean,
like
if you-
turn around and do it. You know,
It's got to pivot. You're going to
Yeah.
Google how quick can an ant pivot
ants
on
are
the
pretty
spot.
fucking quick.
Well, do they need to pivot, or can they kind of, like if it's like a chemical vomiting thing, do they just like look back?
Yeah,
and
or we're imagining the ants nose to bum,
yeah.
but they could be side to side.
Yeah.
So then all you got to
fast-
do is turn your head.
Yeah, it could
I
be.
don't know.
And it's it's all it is basically a binary system of
Yeah.
zeros and ones.
I think Antonet could be quicker than we're giving it credit for.
Look, you could you could definitely make at least an ant computer.
You could easily make an ant computer. I think I've
How
killed
fast do ants communicate is not a. It
it. Well,
doesn't
how
give
are you?
a-
How long's a piece of string? Who won?
Yeah, I don't know. We all had some pretty good
yeah.
ideas. Adam invented murder
I clearly didn't
Hey.
invent murder.
at such a scale.
Yeah.
I invented maybe mass murder. Yeah.
I guess your invention is the greatest. Well, but the internet will change the way we communicate. Could you have personal internet a view of ants like on your body? You could load stuff onto an iPad.
You could have like a direct line between like two people, like two houses, like
I
a
think
direct
the moving
like-
thing makes it really difficult.
No, I think it's fine. So say you want to read.
I wasn't saying it.
Hush, Adam. So
Hush your
say
beautiful lips.
say you want to watch a movie.
Yeah.
On your ant pad.
Yep.
Okay. Yes.
I'm being shush.
You the night before. You get the ants are doing this by animation, effectively.
Okay, the night before. All
The
right,
night before you
I see.
say ants, run me Shrek 2. The ants do Shrek 2. Then in the morning you say
Okay.
ants, get on my ant pad to be Shrek 2. And then throughout the day I can go ants, go Shrek 2. And they show me Shrek 2 on
Okay.
my ant pad.
All right, this is different than what I was thinking you were saying, and
Yeah.
I'm not against that. You're basically, I think, when you're moving, you're basically disconnected.
Yes.
Because you are, I think, moving even at walking.
You're moving
pace,
faster than ants are communicating.
At the
You're
very
downloading
least,
it.
that they can
Yeah.
show things to you. I
But
think.
you could preload something
yes,
from the night
Yes.
before.
You could,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
And you could have a portable gaming console probably too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Ants can remember the rules to a game. You could play chess with ants. Easy.
Yeah, I guess that, if you look at it, like each ant is its own little pixel. And
Yeah.
it's about like having to like show itself or not show itself, that kind of stuff. And now working in unison
could
is a bit of a hive
Paint
mind.
the
Yeah.
ants.
Yeah. Paint the ants to create full images. You could have color ants.
I think we're blowing pterodactyl out of the water.
Zaman has egg on his face. They are on ants.
I am still very pro the weird, awful capitalism ideas you had before. Loving that. I think, unfortunately, pterodactyl just ain't.
I think-
its time has come and gone.
Yeah. I think there will be a posts that aged poorly that you can look at on ant.
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
will be Zaman saying bird is the future.
There is still going to be a market because people are still going to be like, oh, how romantic. He carved me a slate.
yeah. There's
Well,
room
yeah.
for bird in this modern world.
There is.
But ant has, by and large,
Because
pushed
Carvin
it to
Slate-
the margins.
Carving slate harder than tell an ant.
Yeah.
Uh,
That'll become a saying,
I think so.
Yeah.
You'd be like, like an older person to be like, sure, it's on your little ant screen, but
Yeah.
like it's not, you can't touch, it's not tangible, I can't feel it.
hey.
Whereas like I can do, can you print from an ant
You're
screen?
like,
And I
of
was like,
course you
yes.
can print from ant, Grandpa. Fuck. Come on.
Hey, look it up on your little ant.
Go on.
Go on.
Go on, get your little ant machine out there. And look it up on your little ant machine.
Hey, Grandpa, I'll look up my little ant machine while you go get a bird to tell you how Grandma's doing.
That's
Go
so
on.
funny as well, because it both would take some time. So you'd be like,
Time, yeah.
you'd be like, I don't know, find me a picture of a dog. And you'd be like, bird, find me a picture of a dog. And then you just wait.
I would love so much the quotation, some
Yeah.
Flintstones meme where they're like, kids are always on their ants these days, and it's a bunch of old people,
Yeah.
or like an old photo or whatever,
Yeah.
and they're all on slates on a subway. Obviously, this would be a slate. Yeah.
Of course.
It's like, could you have something like, yes, well, you have like, say, bird, find me a picture
yeah.
of a dog. Right?
Yeah.
But could you all have, like, again, a bit of both? Maybe we come back, we have to evolve with technology.
Yeah,
we have to
sure.
get with the times. Everyone has, I may be making, I don't know, the Zoot or something.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like,
Hell yeah.
No one wants to make the zoo.
I know.
Oh,
So it's
boy.
like, you got your little ants or whatever, and I'm like, no, this is a Microsoft phone. It's gonna be great. We should have little. Everyone gets their own little pecking.
Oh, yeah.
Pecking bird, and then it's just like bird. I want a picture of a dog, and it's like
That's
here's
true.
your, here's your carving, and you're like,
do.
yes, we need to buy refills of rock.
Exactly, and you need to download new pictures
Yeah.
into your bird. Whereas
But-
ants are connected to the centralized ant
Internet.
Internet.
Like, I don't know. Maybe maybe having a funeral for Ant, like when you launched Bird, wasn't the best idea for your little marketing scheme. And I'm gonna be like, well, I thought it was a good idea.
Hey,
It
do
is
you think-
awesome to set out to pitch the zoo. Like that was your aim there.
I like that the bird is it's very funny to me that because it's a prehistoric bird,
Yeah.
we're assuming prehistoric bird.
Yeah.
It's big.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's gonna be big.
Ants compact, baby.
Yeah, ant
Ants
is
gonna be-
compact.
It's compact.
Well, there you go, baby. Rich bitches.
I think, if we went back in time, or we were living in Flintstones, or we had infinite engineers, it was hard to say. I think all three of us would do exceptionally well.
yeah.
Absolutely.
We're
That little
captains of
sleepy
industry.
town of Bedrock.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I've been Jackson.
I've been Joe.
I've been Adam.
Adam, where can we find you?
You can find me running Dungeons and Dragons is for nerds, or D&D is for nerds, as we prefer to say.
And so he's like, you can find me running Dungeons and Dragons.
The end.
The end. Goodbye.
I am the Dungeon Master, and the two of you are the very often, if not always, pretty much, guests.
That's true.
Yes.
And
doing
you can
it like
also,
10 years,
You can
man.
also find me on my other show,
Yes.
Beyond the Map, where sometimes my delightful co-host Jackson also runs horror little adventures. It's fun.
Nice rules.
We have a great time.
Guest or something.
Beyond the Map stuff is very serious. The D&D stuff is often serious, but sometimes very silly. And also we do a guest show, the Grey Hill Further Adventures of the Grey Hill Free Company.
Yeah, that's true.
If you
That's
wanna
very
see-
fun. I'm on that often, too.
Yeah, if you want to see a myriad of other silly people,
Am I a guest or co-host?
I would call you that definitely. Come on, you're a guest. Okay, D&D is for nerds and Beyond the Map. Yeah, sure. Obviously, co-host, whatever. But fucking Grey Hill, come on, buddy. Come on, be
Okay,
real.
I'm a guest. All right, I'll be real.
Be
I'll
real.
I'll be
So
real.
yes.
I'll be real.
So yes, you can find them on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever else you listen to.
Yeah. Search for Grey Hill Free
Yeah.
Company, D&D is for nerds, and Beyond the Map there. Check them out. They're good. Goodbye!